Hello, and welcome to Educator. We are unique in the YouTube skincare universe because we share science from peer reviewed publications. Now, it would be fun to make stuff up. I'm a board certified dermatologist and I haven't published a paper in 25 years, but let me tell you, no, I wouldn't do that even if I were a board certified dermatologist, and I'm not. We share science because we want to build up your knowledge so you can make decisions for yourself. In our last episode, we talked about zombie cells. Zombie cells invading my skin. If you're worried about zombie cells because the industry is trying to scare you, please watch that video. You'll be able to sleep at night. Today, we're talking about something truly fundamental, the barrier function of the skin. Does the barrier function of the skin decline with aging? And if so, how? So here's the study. Age-related changes in skin barrier function, quantitative evaluation of 150 female subjects. These scientists are at the Division of Cosmetic Science, Department of Chemistry, University of Hamburg, Germany. These people are not messing around, and they've done a fantastic study. The skin barrier function is the natural frontier between the inner organism and the environment. It is primarily built by the epidermis and consists of a physical and a biochemical barrier. The physical barrier, formed by a unique structure of lipids and corneocytes of the stratum corneum, is complemented by a very fine, slightly acidic film on the surface of the skin. This hydrolipid film, so oil-water film, is composed of sebaceous gland lipids, corneocyte remains, and sweat, and works as additional biochemical barrier. That's so well written, so understandable. Now let's take a look. So the stratum corneum are these dead cells on the very surface of the skin. These are the cells that are sloughing off, and this is the strong stratum corneum. And these cells are held together by mortar comprised of lipids. There are 4 measures that this study uses to look at the integrity of the barrier function. The water loss through the epidermis, the transepidermal water loss. They measure the water content in the stratum corneum through corneometry. They measure the pH on the surface of the skin, and they measure the amount of sebum on the surface of the skin. Very straightforward, objective measurements. The study is arranged into 5 groups of 30 subjects each, 18 to 29, 30 to 39, 60 to 80. Not only did they measure these 4 parameters objectively, they measured it at several places in the body: the forehead and the cheek, and the face, the neck and the décolleté, the forearm and the hand. So let's take a look at the results. This is the transepidermal water loss. An increase in loss means that the skin is losing more water. If anything, we see a decrease in loss. This is the corneometry, the amount of water in the stratum corneum. And if anything, we see an increase in water in the stratum corneum with age. This is pH. Really no change in pH with age. And the one area where we do see a change is with the sebum. So through the 20s and 30s, you see a decline, stable in the 40s, and then a rapid decline with menopause. And this is caused by a loss of sebocytes, the cells that secrete the sebum. And we're going to do another episode about this particular sebocyte atrophy in the future. For now, we just note decline in the sebum in the skin. let's take a look at the changes by location. Sebum declines everywhere in the forehead, the cheek, the décolleté. Two areas are really interesting. The forehead, you have a reduction in water loss and an increase in hydration. Wow. So the forehead with age is actually becoming healthier. The décolleté, on the other hand, is there's an increase in water loss and a decrease in hydration. So the décolleté is the one area maybe needs some attention with age. So that's amazing, right? The skin's barrier function basically doesn't change with age. And so that begs the question, the elephant in the room is, so why all the moisturizers? Do we really need them? I know that there are times of the year, right now, winter, my skin really craves moisturizer. And maybe in the summer, after sun, the skin really craves moisturizer and really needs it. But do we really need a moisturizer every day, twice a day, 5 times a day? It seems like our skin is just fine as it is. I'm going to do a couple of episodes about moisturizers, and I'm going to go down a deep rabbit hole discussing hyaluronic acid. But really, it's fascinating how our skin maintains its function with age. I almost never ask, but please do like, do subscribe, do comment, because your engagement tells the algorithm that this content is important. You signal to the YouTube algorithm, yes, people want to listen to real science without riffing, without making stuff up. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate all the nerds out there who come and listen to these episodes and make comments. Please let me know what you think. Take care. Bye bye.